is in Central America.
I don't know where I'm going, man. My geography is real shit. I don't know.
Hopefully you don't get lost.
Yeah. This is what technology has done to us. It's made my brain mush.
If you get lost, go north.
Welcome, everybody, to Court Cousins, episode 85. My name is Kyle. I'm joined, as always, by my cousin, Jason the Peach. We have a spectacular 85th show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Peach, can you tell the good people what's on this little puppy?
Yes, I will. We start out with the emotional check-in, which is going to be news breaking right off the top of the show. And then we've got our social media roundup, as always, which is fun. Today, we're going back to it. We're going back to Judge Judy, eat your heart out. We've got Cousins Court today here on the program. We've got a couple members of the Magic team and community that we are going to put on blast, and one is going to defend, and there's going to be the things decided today in the Cousins Court. Don't miss it. And then, as always, it's big, it's juicy, it's voluptuous, it's the large ending.
Made me think of that national anthem singer just a few nights ago at the Nets game.
Yeah, I really cracked up watching your game wrap up. Obviously, that was a great game wrap up because you actually were at the game in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Check out the game wrap-ups if you're not doing it. Obviously, it's really more like you should be reminding people to watch this because the more people watch the wrap-ups.
Well, thank you, Peach. Thank you, all you beautiful people, you second cousins, for watching. Just a little, hey, if you have been watching, can you click that subscribe button for us today? We're at so close to 2,000. I think we need 60 or 70 more people. It would be awesome to hit that milestone. Click a like. It's free for you. It gets this magic propaganda out to the masses. And shout out to you if you do so. You deserve a round of applause. Thank you for that. And thank you to all of our all-stars and second cousins over on the Patreon. They help to make this show go. Shout out to Luis Rosario, Paulo and Franz's Warmth, Magic Player History, Matthew Bell, Damian and Gloria, and a special shout out to my boy Shahin, who I went to the Magic game with. He's a supporter on Patreon. We got up, we hung out, we had a great time. And Peach, can you believe we're under a month now from Court Cousins Night, the 4th annual family reunion, Thursday, February 5th. We're going to be in 2 suites. We've combined 2 suites. We have 2 more tickets to sell, Peach. 2 to get to our goal of 32. Now, don't let that stop you. If you're like, oh man, I'm with a group of 3. We got 3 people that want to come. Hit us up. All right. We've just set that number as we want to try to keep it pretty small as compared to the suites so that we have got plenty of room to hang and have a good time. And we can all get to know each other. But we've got a little wiggle room. We're not, it's not a hard cap. All right. It's not a hard salary cap like the NBA. It's not a second apron situation, but we're right around 32. So we got 2 more left to sell there, Peach.
Oh, it's exciting to be able to be like the NWO and be 2 sweet. And as you know, with our fans, it's always for life. So it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It was weird when I was working on the schedule and all of a sudden I realized, oh yeah, I'm off that week coming up because we're going to be in Florida. Not for long, but just enough to have some good time fun.
Yes. So, Peach, let's get into the show. Let's waste no more time. Let's check in with each other. We haven't touched base. I mean, we're not the best at picking up the phone, but that's why we do this show. That's one of the whys that we started this show, so we can get to see each other more often, spend some more quality time with family. So, Peach, I'm dying to know, sir, how are you doing for the emotional check-in?
Well, I've been really busy at work and I'm so busy that I haven't even got my contacts ordered yet. Well, I ordered them, but they're not here. So that's why I'm bespectacled today. And in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm making my debut with the team. I've been starting to watch a little bit more lately as basketball season for me is about to start, as football season will end at some point, but it's still going strong. But that's why I don't like that long NBA season. I like to get those first 40 games, just let those settle, and then we'll see what we got, and I'll be there for the next 40. So in many ways, I feel like I'm making my season debut, and Mo Wagner, the man who we do this segment around, will be returning. We just saw it before we came on the air, that he'll be making his debut versus the Pelicans after the ACL tear, which is also perfect for the German game that's coming up, that they will be able to play in that one. Hopefully Franz will be able to join them as well, and it'll be a German good old time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just excited to get back into this second part of the season. Watched games intermittently and watched a lot of wrap ups and a lot of stuff, but I'm starting to get more into it. So this is in many ways I'm coming back with Mo Wagner, even though my ACL is fine. It's deemed fine, although I've been out of action for a while. So
we're gonna get Moritz back. We're gonna get Franz back soon, and we're getting Piche back. Wow.
I got new life from that. Look at me go.
Times are good. Times are going to get good here. I know it's been tough, Magic fans. We're going to get into it, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. And Piche can see it with his spectacles.
It's a tunnel full of light. So we'll get to that today. I think there's a lot to like about what's going on right now. So
oh God, thank God you're on here with me to bring some hope into my heart right now.
All right. Well, how are you feeling for the Moritz check-in, the emotional check-in? Sorry.
All right. My Mo here is a smiling Mo. Everything is good, but it's a little bit of a blurry photo, okay? Because, I've just come off of break, and I don't know if any of you can relate out there, second cousins, but I am shit without routine. And so I know no one wants to hear it because no one likes to be like, oh, you were on vacation, poor you. But I don't know. I didn't have, just when I don't have things to do and I don't feel like I'm being productive in my community, I kind of just get blah. But I'm feeling better. Back to work, back to working with the youths. So I got a big smile on my face, been doing some active stuff, went rock climbing, doing some yoga. So starting to get back into my stride. And I got Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow. I've been in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, Piche. It's like peak level nerd for me. And so I'm pumped. So I've got a big old smile that's happening tomorrow. I'm hanging out with my cousin today and all you beautiful second cousins out there. So it's really smiley, although it's blurry because I'm coming from, a little bit of a rocky time, but now I'm smiling.
All right. Well, all right. 3 things to say on this. First of all, glad that you're feeling better and things are going well. Second of all, you are 100% correct. No one wants to hear about how you got to have vacation because I'm guessing you got at least 3 days where you didn't have to do anything consecutively in a row together there at some point during the holidays. At least 3, right? So yeah.
Oh, Piche, you're going to hate me. I was off from December 23rd to January 6th.
I can't with this guy. It's unbelievable. I'm so beside myself about it that I've actually forgot what my last point was. Oh, I know what it was. The fact that you're going to go play Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow where there's 3 NFL playoff games on.
Oh yeah.
It's like amazing to me.
Hey, different strokes for different folks. That's why we love each other.
Different strokes for different folks.
And it's been it's that time now. Let's see how the Orlando Magic community is stroking, if you will. And let's go.
I don't want to subscribe to that OnlyFans.
Let's get into the social media roundup, that part of the show where we scour the internet for your tweets, posts, bladunks, whatever it is about our Orlando Magic. And the first one is from Salty Magic. Piche is checking his glasses. Can you see this one, Piche? This is from Salty Magic stating in the last 13 games. Is this 13 games in a row of win-loss every other game? And he's got some meme from a movie. I don't know. Let me know what movie this is or something in the comments, second cousins. But as a gentleman with suspenders, very pro suspender, saying, Jesus. I don't know if that's how he delivered it because I haven't seen it, but that's how it's in my line.
One has to assume, that it's something like that.
Yeah, it's a frustrating.
It's not good. It's not good to go back and forth like that. But again, if when you've got Franz and Moritz out and Suggs has missed a bunch of time, to be able to at least go 500 during this long stretch is good because at least we're not going to be behind the 8 ball when those guys come back.
Yeah,
I don't love it. I'd like to see more consistency, but I'm not gonna lose all hope or abandon ship or get the white flags out. Like it is what it is. You hate to see losses to the Wizard. It makes you sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you like to see buzzer beaters against the Nets, but you like to think we didn't have to go that late why are we in overtime with the Nets? Like, what are we doing? And
Yeah.
then to lose again to the Sixers at home is like, that's a team we got to beat. But the Sixers are better if they're healthy. The Sixers are better than people give them credit for. And they were
Yep.
healthy and they did their thing.
Mhm.
So we got to be healthy in order to beat that team.
Yeah.
That's
And
just looking at the last.
You mentioned it here. Franz has been out for pretty much that exact amount of time, the last 15 games exactly. Our offensive rating is 25th. Our defensive rating is 21st, and we're 7-8 in the last 15. Those are the games that Franz has been out. I mean, Peach, it's just a little disappointing because when I looked at this squad, especially with the addition of Desmond Bane at the beginning of the year, I think to myself, well, this is a nice little buffer here in case one of our guys goes down, because we had just gotten through last season where Franz was down for a little while and Paolo was down for a little while, and it was really tough. It was really tough when those guys were out. And you bring Desmond Bane in here, and you're thinking, then Anthony Black's going to make a jump, and he has. And so you hope that we can absorb one of our guys going down. But it feels like with Franz being out, man, we just like really need Franz in there to have some type of synthesis and movement on offense, and he's one of our best defenders too. I guess Jalen Suggs has also been out for a chunk of this too. He's not necessarily mentioned in here, so that's a big part of the defense. It's just disappointing because, even in last year when Paulo or Franz went out, we still had the defensive identity, and that's what is this Brett Adams is talking about. Saying that we need to get back to our identity as a defensive team. With much better players, the offense will continue to be a lot better than previous years. Just got to get back into the top 5-10 range defensively, and we will win a lot of games. Rebounds are killing the defense too. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm more and more okay and questioning our coach, because team identity comes down to coaching. In past years, it's been okay, and that's when he's actually really gotten my confidence. It's like, wow, guys are going down and coach is still keeping it together. It feels like that's not happening this year. We're going to talk a lot more about Coach Mosley later in the broadcast, but that's just kind of a little tease of how I'm feeling on that. If it's an identity issue, is that kind of does land in Coach Mosley's lap, right?
I mean, perhaps, yeah. You said, as you said, we'll talk about that later. I'll leave that part out, but I mean, he's got to be hating that we're that low on defense lately, and the offense hasn't been clicking. But I feel like you're kind of counteracting that point, because you said, "Oh, we thought that it'd be nice, when we have guys, if Paulo or Franz is out, then yeah, look, Bane has been making a huge difference, and Black has been making a huge difference, and that's why we can win every other game right now. Otherwise, we wouldn't be." Don't kid yourself, folks. If those two guys weren't playing good basketball, this team would not be winning even half these games. So I think it's okay that that's what's going on, knowing that we still have this huge chunk piece that's coming back. I've not liked the way the offenses look just from a where's the flow? What's going on? Like, why does it always have to be about this one guy and what he wants to do? And like, it's just
dribble, try to make someone
it's
miss.
harder to watch. Yeah. And Franz was our main guy that he loves to cut. We've talked about it many times on the show. Like, he loves to cut and move, and not everybody else on the team is inspired to do that all the time. I mean, I see it in flashes, but like, the only thing I'm loving that I see on offense now, other than AB's jump shot looking very good, is I love that Desmond Bane will go get his own rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have I asked for somebody to do that on this program? But I actually see a guy doing that now, and I'm like, all right, he's throwing up some questionable shots in the lane, but at least he's there to get his own board and put it back in. Like, I saw that a bunch in the Philly game, and I just like that effort. That's what I need from guys, is that, hey, if I'm not a great shooter, if I'm not shooting a good high percentage shot, follow that thing. Where it's coming off the rim. So, yeah, the offense is not fun to watch right now. They need to find a way to run plays, and I don't think it's that hard. But, again, we'll leave that until we get the coach on trial here later in Cousins Court.
Amazing. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit out of order now, Peach, because I just feel like this fits in well, because one of the things that has gone well, you mentioned, Anthony Black, Desmond Bane, they've had some awesome games in the past 15. It has been a little inconsistent for me, but Coach Mosley's trying to figure something out. And so Noah Penda got his first start recently in the last game against the Sixers. But prior to this, on his 21st birthday, that was the Nets game, he had 13 points, 11 boards, 3 made threes. I was really impressed being in the building with Noah Penda. The guy can't jump over a phone book, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's got a big body. He knows what to do with it. Peach, this is the type of player you love because he is aggressive going for rebounds. And we are just getting manhandled on the board some of these games, which is crazy because most of our lineup is like 6'10 and over. So it doesn't appear to me that we should be losing rebounding in these contests, but we are, and we're giving up a lot of offensive rebounds. And Noah Penda has kind of been the antithesis of that, the antidote for that, if you will. He's been boxing guys out, getting boards, getting some offensive rebounds, doing nice things, getting putbacks. He's not wowing anyone, but as the 32nd pick in the draft, a little tip of the cap to Weltman on this one because this is a nice find. You can tell he's a pro, and he's only 21 too. So, is he going to become a world beater? No, he's not. We're not talking all-star trajectory here or anything. But as a guy, and when he came into the league, no one was talking that he was going to make three-point shots. He's currently leading the team, Peach, in three-point efficiency. I think it's on like 45 attempts over the year, but that's not nothing. Like, it's not insignificant. So that's pretty cool. That was not supposed to be a skill set of his at all. Maybe it's just a fluke and kind of an outlier as we move through the years. We'll find out. But all the other things are trademarks of what we've known as Magic basketball. I thought the identity that we were building over the past 4 years, which is why I'm so confuddled about what the identity of this team is with no defense, because he's that guy. He will get into opposing players. And again, he just really knows how to use his frame to box guys out, to play the fundamentals, and he moves with the basketball. He moves into space, which is, you just touched on, a huge frustration in our offense.
Yeah, I definitely like whenever we seem to add a new young player and get a new young player some minutes, it seems to shake things up enough that I'm like, ooh, what's this now? And it's like, as a guy who's admittedly like not always excited to watch games or try, it's harder to watch games. I don't have as much time and I'm trying to speed through them. When I get to those moments, I'm like, whoa, let's watch this little segment.
Yeah.
And let's see what the young guys are doing. And it's kind of exciting and it adds a new wrinkle. And it's like, ooh, I'm interested in this. So yeah, I like what he's bringing to the table. It's, you made the point of the rebounders, and wow, it's weird. We have so many 6'10 guys, but the 6'10 guys we have, they all want to be guards. They all want to be like ball handling guys. They're not the 6'10 people of my youth.
Yeah.
Greg Kite, when he was the Magic center a long time ago, was 6'11, and he was just a big white guy, and he just uses his fouls, he grabbed rebounds, and that's all he did. He set some picks. That's what big guys do, right? Like, we've got Goga Batadze that I'd put in that category.
Yeah.
All the other dudes, they kind of want to shoot from the outside. And to be fair, I'm going to say Wendell, he's been playing pretty well. Mm-hmm. He's not, again, he'll never jump off the page consistently, but he is okay. Mm-hmm. And that's the real problem with the lack of the big man in there, is that, like, then you get to games where you're playing Joel Embiid and he's just getting open shots down the stretch and he's just sinking them. Yeah. Like, there's not that dude that's big enough to really threaten him and stop him. And that's what we're missing on this squad, which I hope is going to somehow lead into the slide that I want to talk about the most.
Okay.
But I'm not
Go to it right now.
Is then you hear all this talk about, okay, well, the Mavs are thinking about trading Daniel Gafford and the Magic are listed among trade suitors. And listen, I want everyone to understand that right now, I understand that you've got your earphones on, your earbuds, or maybe you're listening to this somewhere. So I'm going to do you a favor and not actually yell, but I would be yelling as loud as I possibly can to fucking do this. Fucking do this. I've seen this guy play a lot. I know what kind of game he brings, and it's everything I just said. That's what we need. We need a dude in there who's a bruiser, who's a team guy. You got to think about those dudes like Bobby Portis when the Bucks went on that run. Like, you got to have that dude that's just all hustle and he's inside and he's getting in people's shorts. And that's what we think Moritz Wagner can be, right? Although he's still a little undersized to go with some of those bigs. But if Moritz comes back and can be that guy, that'd be great. But I'd love to see him do it alongside Daniel Gafford. I mean, you wanted to bring him to this team before he even went to Dallas. So you've
Yeah.
been on this for a long time. I mean, there's definitely that's the
Yeah.
type of player. Like I would love it to be Daniel Gafford, but if it's not him, give
Mhm.
me somebody like him.
Yeah.
Because that's what our squad has been missing for a long time. In order for us to take that next jump, sitting in the 4th or 5th or maybe even 6th, that spot in the Eastern Conference, hell, even 3rd if we went on a huge run, that's all well and good. We want to be 1. We want to be 2. We want to be in the NBA Finals conversation, and we can't be there until we have that big inside uh, dominant force on the inside. I don't think. And no offense to Wendell, as good as he's playing, he's not that guy, and he's not
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah. And just to put the bow on Noah Penda, he in his last 5. Let's see here. In the last 3 games where he's been getting starter level minutes, he's gotten where's the points? I'm sorry, 13 points, 10 points, 5 points. He got 11 boards in that birthday game, 7 boards. So for what this has done for me, Noah Penda's play, Peach, it has cemented. See you later, Jonathan Isaac. And it just kind of so happens that Jonathan Isaac makes pretty much the same amount as Daniel Gafford. It's like 17, 18 million. So I haven't done does it work in the trade machine or anything, but just looking at Daniel Gafford's contract, and he is under contract through the 28-29 season. That's a decision the Magic have to make if they want to take on that, and that would limit your flexibility moving forward. Although Daniel Gafford, I think, is a type of player that you can trade. I think a lot of teams are going to want that type of guy, just the guy who's going to get boards. Although, his numbers aren't crazy, but he's never gotten starter minutes. He's never gotten over, say, 10 rebounds a game per average, but his minutes per game average is like 21. So he's always been a bench player. But I think we need something like that, Peach, whether it's Daniel Gafford, you said, or another guy like it. I've also seen posts from Orlando Magic fans out in the community about, which type of guard do you think we need as a backup? There just needs to be a couple consolidation trades here. We're not getting stuff from. I love Goga, so I'm not at all, championing his trade, but he's probably going to be included in something with like Jet Howard and Jonathan Isaac. Those are definitely the 2 guys that could be consolidated into one guy for me, because we didn't do anything with Jet Howard's career so far, and Jonathan Isaac, I sorry to say, he seems like a shell. He's in a Joel Embiid situation. You watch Joel Embiid will still get you 20 points. Jonathan Isaac's not getting you anything like that, and he doesn't seem to have his second jump that he used to, that made him so deadly as a defender. He still has some of that instinct. He's able to poke out the ball, be a little pesky from game to game sometimes, but it's just too inconsistent, and it's not valuable enough to warrant 10% of the salary cap. Let's put him and Jet together and see if we can get one good player like a Daniel Gafford or that type of salary slot who can make a difference in our bench unit, because that would be nice. That would be nice, Peach, seeing Moritz playing next to a guy like Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, and maybe one of those guys ends up starting. I don't know. I guess Wendell still knows secrets about somebody, so he's always going to get the starter minutes. But
you said it yourself. He's been playing well, Peach. He's had a good year.
He's been playing well, but like he could be playing better. Like if we need to get more production out of that spot, right? Especially when Franz is out and we're looking for answers. Like help be one of those answers. He's great at catching the lobs when they're around, and like he definitely has some parts of his game that are intriguing, but it's just like, do it more, guy. Like sometimes he'll get off to a little start and I'm like, yeah, all right, maybe it's going to be a Wendell game. And then he disappears for 2 quarters. And it's like, well, where'd you go? Like, let's have some consistency here. Like it's disheartening, but yeah, I'd like to see somebody that was in there a little more consistently. And I think Moritz could be that guy. Honestly, I would love to see him come back, play well, and eventually make it to the point where like, he's got to play more. But
it's so exciting that he's coming back, man. I miss that guy so much. He looks awesome. He looks svelte. I was yelling at him at the game, "We want you back, buddy. When are you coming back?" All he would give me was a wry smile. He wouldn't let it be known, but here he is. I'm ready to have that tenacity back, that edge back, because the team has felt like a empty balloon as of late. Just completely deflated. And Moritz is the type of guy, along with Jalen Suggs, that would never let that type of shit happen when he's out there. So it's going to be good to have his
Yep.
energy there.
Yeah, I think too with Cole Anthony off the squad now
Mm.
this year, I think our two kind of leading guys that feel like they're like the dude like that can get people fired up and get things going is Suggs and Moritz. And without them
Yeah.
out there, the team definitely feels different. They don't know where to turn to get that. Bane, I think, can do that a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he's been around long enough to really take those reins. But I'm impressed with his play. But I need somebody that's gonna anger the other team or make hustle plays or clap for themselves after they do something good. I need that. We don't have that going on right now. And I think it's been hurting the overall vibes. I think we might be able to string 2 wins in a row together if we have Moritz back in the lineup or Suggs.
Yeah, I mean, I should have mentioned this earlier when we were talking about the back and forth stuff, but I think it's more disappointing too, Peach, because this is supposed to be the soft part of our schedule. Like, we've been playing, like you said, the Wizards, the Nets. We should have lost that game against the Nets. We had no business winning that game. The Sixers, I know they have Tyrese Maxey, and VJ Edgecombe has been an awesome rookie. Joel Embiid is a shell of himself. That guy, his knees are gone. Like, he's just plodding up and down the court. That's not really anything. Paul George dropped, I forget how much on us. Like, that's a team we should beat with Bane, AB, and Paolo in the game. We're gonna play. I mean, we played the Bulls. We're gonna play now the Hornets and the Pelicans. Like, these are games we should be winning before it gets tough. So I think that's why I've been so alarmed and why many Magic fans are alarmed. But there's help on the horizon, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, something that does not make me feel better, Peach, and it's a little infuriating, and I'm a little worried about this right now, Peach, because I don't want people to misunderstand me. I love our broadcast. I love our guys. But I'm a little frustrated with Dante right now. Okay? I've been, replying to him on Twitter. He's not responding. But I'm just kind of sick of let me be a mouthpiece for a clear agenda of everything's fine. Like, stop pissing on my head and telling me it's raining. Like, that's not okay. Dante says the last 6 games, players to average 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists per game. Paolo Banchero. That's it. That's the list. Yeah, but we've gone fucking 3-3 or 2-4 in those games. And he's got freaking 25 turnovers in those 6 games. Like, it just seems tone deaf. It's like, bro. And I think this is what I said in this one. I said, are we watching the same games? Everything feels out of sorts these last 6 games. And my beef is like, you are the guy with the close proximity to the team. You should be you're the one that us fans look to get some insight, not just regurgitate some company line that you got from the higher ups that everything's fine. It's all rainbows. Paulo's getting 25, 10, and 5. He's an all-star. It's like, no, he hasn't been playing like an all-star. The team sucks around him right now. It's not good, Dante. And that's just, I love you, Dante. I love you, dog. You're on air. It's great. I love the humor. But I do get a little fed up when I can tell that people are just feeding me BS. And that's BS. That's like
he's part of the machine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So.
Like he can't really be unbiased. He's part of the machine. They may have even told him to post that. They may have given it to him and been like, put this on your post.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to change the narrative on people on Paolo. But it's like, all the fans are smart enough to realize that, like, okay, yeah, these numbers are not that hard to obtain when you get the basketball every single possession. You know what I mean? Like, those are expected numbers when you get the ball that much. Like, so I don't lose. The minute I read that, I don't get as fired up as you, because I just go, he's just playing into what they want him to say. And we all know that 25, 10, and 5 when you get the ball every time down the court is really not that impressive. You know, and it is true what he wrote, but it doesn't make it right or good. Like, so it's like, why bother posting it? And it's like, yeah, I get why you're frustrated. You're looking for that hard-hitting someone to ask the real questions. Well, Dante's not that guy. He's the fluff piece guy that they go to for the fun stuff, and he's great at that, and I love it.
A moment with Dante.
Going to be that. Yeah, he's not going to be that guy that's like a dark moment with Dante. He's like, it's always soft, it's always coachy. And it's fun. It's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh
Right?
my
So
god.
if you need somebody to ask the hard hitting questions, you're going to have to find another journalist, my friend.
What is it? I have no. Here it is. A dark moment with Dante.
I don't even know what that would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be like, my cousin just bought a brand new jersey and they went out in the street and someone stole it off them. It's like, that's about as dark as I feel he'd get. Like,
Okay, all right. We've already teased enough about Paulo and about coaching and stuff, so we need to go to court, Pish. Court is in session. Everyone, the Right Honorable Judge Langan and Judge the Pish. Although we're not playing the judges today. That's wrong. What are we going to be doing?
prosecuting and defending here.
Yeah. So, okay. So the first case before the court is the case of one Jamal Mosley. Where are you here, Coach Mosley? Here we are. And so Jamal Mosley's culpability for the inconsistent play and the losing play of the Orlando Magic is on trial. Pish, I believe you're the prosecutor in this case, so you will present your argument first, and then the defense will have its opportunity.
Okay. Well, listen, before the season, I was pretty high on Jamal perhaps being named the coach of the year if the Magic had a great season, and coming out just seems like he's in a good position where they want to take those teams that are taking that next step up. Clearly, I think he's probably out of that conversation unless we go on a sick run at the end. This guy has been a head coach for a while. He's very much a player's coach. Everyone seems to like him, but I think we all know a bunch of those kids that just got like really babied, and yeah, they really get along well with their parents, but they don't necessarily get the discipline that they need. And I feel like that's going on with Jamal Mosley sometimes. I'm not 100% sure he holds guys accountable for stuff. And I know he holds them accountable on the defensive end of the court because we've seen it several times. He'll change the way he put substitutes in for the game based on, oh, you screwed up on that defensive thing. But I wish he would start to look at that a little bit more on the offensive side. When you see guys just standing around on the 3-point line and not doing anything, not following shots, not going in for rebounds when other guys shoot, like what? Let's have that accountability where you say, hey, I need you guys to step up and do a little bit more, right? Like, especially when stars go down, all great teams in all sports, next man up. We got to go. We got to get more out of these other guys. And some of these young guys are kind of stepping up a little bit, but it's not consistent. And at some point you have to look at the coaching and be like, how can we get these guys to be more consistent? Now we're seeing it in some guys, but not in others. Is it because of the weird substitutions he makes? Is it because of the minutes that he gives guys from night to night? They're never really sure if they're going to play or not. Are they not prepared? What are they doing in practice? Like what's going on? At some point, when you feel like you've got a talented enough team, and I think a lot of people would look at the talent on this roster, assuming everybody's healthy, of course, you look at that and go, oh, that's got to be a top 3 team in the East because there's a lot of talent on that team. So if you're not, the first place you have to look is the coaching. And then the second place is, oh, a lot of the guys performing. Is it really that's going on? And it's a little of both, but the coach is ultimately responsible for getting that out of their team. And if they can't, they could bring another coach in here that probably could figure out how to work this team around. And maybe the guys wouldn't like him as much. Maybe they wouldn't be buddies. Maybe they wouldn't be able to do sick dap-ups like the one with Desmond Bane, which I'll talk about forever because it's still one of the best dap-ups in the history of dap. But ever since that moment, Jamal has been coming down in the cred and vibes because the team just isn't performing. And I think at the end of the day, you kind of look at him and you're like, I at least want to see you frustrated about this too, because we're frustrated. We'd like things to be better. And I appreciate you're trying to be even keeled because you're the face of the team in a way, but let's start getting mad at some guys on the sideline. And let's really see this frustration coming out, because I think his job is probably on the line as the season continues. Mm-hmm. So I think Jamal Mosley is definitely culpable for the inconsistent play of this team, and he's got to find a way. I know injuries are a part of this, but that's been a part of the Orlando Magic the whole time he's been here. So he has got to have been dialed in on that at this point, right? Am I wrong? Your Honor, I rest.
Okay. Well, well done, sir. Well done. Yes, I'm now the defense attorney. I will. My client here, Your Honor, has just been, there has been so much said upon his name that I could really have a libel suit going right now. I mean, let's take this for example. I mean, look at this. Look at this man has started his own account called Fire Jamal Mosley. And he's saying about my client who has to go out into the world and live his life. It's a meme from Toy Story, Your Honor. And it says there seems to be no intelligent life anywhere, talking about my client. My client, who we all know went to college at University of Colorado Boulder. And yes, Your Honor, I know that school is more famous for smoking weed and Deion Sanders' cowboy hat, but still a university, sir. So there is intelligent life in my client, and I resent this post by Mr. Fire Jamal Mosley. And I would argue,
I feel like I should have used that.
Yeah. I would argue, look at this. Orlando Magic guru, a well-known friend in the Twitter sphere, says there is a coaching problem with the Orlando Magic. I mean, all of these fans just hurling disputes and insults towards my client. It's unfathomable how he's even living. But Brett Adams, who is, I'm calling here as a witness right now, he says there's no way that you can blame the coaches. And he's absolutely right. 21 offensive rebounds by the other team, 18 turnovers, mostly live ball, 4 of 29 from 3 on a lot of open shots, plus a lot of misses in the paint. That's on the players not executing. And Brett Adams, you are absolutely correct. Sir, Your Honor, or ma'am, I don't know, you invisible judge, they, them, I'm not sure what you've got beneath your robe. We've had a top 5 defense for a number of years, Your Honor, with an arguably less talented team. My coach knows how to coach. My client has shown he is competent. He was in Coach of the Year voting last year, Your Honor. And now, this year, for some reason, some of the players, not looking at you, next player about to come into this courtroom, are sulking their heads, are complaining about everything, are not dapping up, their body language sucks, and they're plummeting. They're torpedoing this team. It's a mutiny against my client, Your Honor. It's a mutiny. And for that reason, Your Honor, my client should be found not guilty of these crimes.
Well, I guess we'll have to leave the judging up to people in the comments here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick who you think represented better. I would just say that I think the point is there that the players may not be executing, but what's the plan that they're supposed to be executing?
Yeah.
I think that's it. Sometimes I look at the plan and it's not that, oh, a guy dropped the ball out of bounds or something like that. It's like, why is that guy over there? You know, like why are those two dudes there not moving? Like,
Yeah.
is that the play? Because if it is the play, then it's Mose. If it's not the play, then it's the players. We don't know.
Right.
But I'm just saying, from what we can see, what do you think?
Nah, I agree. I mean, stepping out of character, we talked about Coach Mosley's future earlier in the season, and when there was another rough patch for our Orlando Magic, you know, integrating Bane at the beginning of the season. And I think you said there's a potential for you, Peach, that he could lose his job during the season. I still think, even with this inconsistent play, that he gets to see this one out. That he gets the season, and I think he's gone if we don't win a playoff series. And I think that's probably right. As awesome as our defenses have been over the past few years under Coach Mosley's guidance, there's never been much of a semblance of an offense. And this year, right now, our defense isn't even that good. Like you said, it seems like we always hear about from the coaches themselves, well, we're on like a, what do they call it? Like a drive and read offense. And it's really up to the guys to make the right read. It's like, well, that hasn't really worked for 2 years, coach. So maybe we could try a different type of offense. And this like drive and read offense seems to be predicated on requiring one of our guys to beat their defender off the dribble. And so it feels a lot of times like guys are kind of just dribbling around the perimeter looking for, okay, how can I get some paint penetration here? How can I dribble around this guy? And if they have a good defender on them or they're not bringing the energy, then it just becomes dribble around the three-point line and get a crappy shot as the shot clock is going to expire. And I think as Magic fans, we're just getting a little bit sick of that. And so I totally understand Magic fans' consternation with Coach Mosley. I think he's done enough, and he has absorbed enough bumps and bruises to get this season. But this is the season that he has, Peach. It's make or break for Coach Mosley this year, in my opinion now. Please rise. The Honorable Jason the Peach is presiding. The next defendant is entering the court. And that next defendant, Peach, I didn't think that we'd even get to this day, that this gentleman would be in court before us. And yes, it is a podcast for entertainment value, so we're being fun and maybe a little cheeky. But this is the case before us. Paolo Banchero is culpable of being a max player imposter, Peach. Of being a max player imposter. I forgot. What did we say? What are we doing on this? I'm doing the prosecution.
You are.
I'm doing the prosecution, so I will go first, Peach. Let's see. What do I have here? Okay. Well, Peach, like you said, we said earlier in this show, Your Honor, our client, or your client, Paolo Banchero, was given a max player extension in the offseason on his rookie deal, as most people would have done blindfolded, this attorney included. However, it was mentionable that in his contract, he had the all-NBA language, Your Honor. And so that led many a moron with a microphone, including this one, to really get excited about the potential of Paolo Banchero, what we'd seen in the playoffs, that all-NBA language. This could be his year to be an all-NBA player. And Dante Marchitelli would love to tell us that he gets 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists over a series of a few games. But yeah, duh, Dante. Duh, world. As Jesp tells us, Paolo is 7th in total touches in the NBA in the last 15 games and has more touches during that span and 20 more touches during that span, I can't read that, than the next closest Magic player. He is this team. The elephant in the room, according to Jesp, is that he's a jump shot reliant player that can't shoot right now and starts sulking because of it. Your Honor, this is the evidence I bring before the courtroom today. Paolo Banchero is a star. He is one of the stars of the Orlando Magic, and he needs to act as such. When he has the mid-range jumper going, Your Honor, no one can stop this man. Because if you have to defend his jumper, he can put it on the floor and get by you and beat to the hoop with that 250-pound, 6'10 frame all up in your face. And there's no stopping that freight train. Heaven forbid he hits a couple threes, then he is truly cooking, as we have seen him do in numerous playoff series. However, Your Honor, it hasn't been happening. And what happens to a good leader when things aren't going their way? Do they sulk? Do they go into the corner and get despondent and let their teammates see them? No, of course not. They need to be redoubling their efforts and recommitting themselves to the team, to the energy, helping others. But sadly, we've seen a lot of crying from Paolo. And it is not becoming of a leader of this squad. And, Franz didn't get that all-NBA language, Your Honor. But Paolo did? Tell me, how is that fair? And if it is fair, because fair isn't always equal, well then, we should be seeing a little bit more from Paolo, and we're not seeing it, Your Honor. And it's okay. Hey, I'm a reasonable attorney, Your Honor. I understand that we all go through ups and downs, myself included. But that does not give you the excuse to complain, to bitch and moan, to have crappy body language on the sidelines, to not be engaged in huddles, to not be dapping up your coach. If you don't like your coach, fine. I get it. Get in line. There's a lot of people that would probably be there with you, Paolo. But the fact of the matter remains, this is your coach. He's going to be your coach definitely for this year. And you need to make the best of it. All right? You need to work within what you got to elevate this team. That's what's expected of you. With great responsibility. Well, I couldn't do this one in the reaction, and I don't know it now.
So sad,
What
bro.
is it? With great power comes great responsibility. Yes, that's it, Your Honor. That's it. With great power comes great responsibility. And Paolo Banchero, you have been given great power by this organization. You have been given limitless wealth and prosperity for you and your family, which is fantastic. And you have earned that up until this point. But there is more, young man. There is more in you, young man. And it is incumbent on you and the contract you've made with the organization and all their fans to lift up your head, to be a positive force. If the jumper isn't falling, that's okay. Get to the hoop. If you don't like the play, give a suggestion. Don't just stare off into space like a sulking 33-year-old if you don't get your way. Make it a dialogue. Be the bigger man. We know, even if you don't like your coach, you cannot say that your coach is not able to be talked to. He is a reasonable man. So if you don't like what's going on, be a leader. Let's step up. Let's see that all-NBA level Paolo Banchero. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Defense. All right, we're coming. Listen, sir, I don't know what our man is being put on trial for here in the wording that's been filed today is Paolo Banchero guilty of being an imposter?
Yeah.
And for that, I say an emphatic no. That's right. No, I'm giving your ears a break again in this podcast by just gently saying no. Have you ever had a franchise on your back? Have you ever been the face of it where everything that goes on with it all relies on you? And it's a group of people. It's a city. It's a town. It's everyone who works there. It's their fans nationwide. No, you haven't. You don't know that responsibility. Paolo Banchero is still a young man. He's still finding his way in this league. Right now, there's a lot of pressure on him because the team did well when he was out. He noticed how well the team did when he was out, right? So, of course, everyone started talking about, well, maybe the Magic don't need Paolo Banchero and all this kind of nonsense. Okay, yeah? You think that's true? try going through a bunch of games without him and see how you go. This guy is still the face of this team. And right now, that face is a little sour because things are a little sour. And I'm okay with the fact that he is showing what's kind of going on. It would be nice to have that nice, strong, silent type, but at least I know he's involved and he's in there emotionally. You think everybody who's been a great leader has always had great times? Mike Jordan went through some tough years with the Bulls, right? I mean, even LeBron went through trials and tribulations with several teams before he got to where he was going. This is a very small bump in the road to greatness that Paolo Banchero has before him. This man is the face of the franchise, and while I'll admit it is super funny to have that nickname PB No J, I feel like it's not always consistent. And he does shoot a lot and not at a great rate. But who's selling the jerseys, bro? Look at these jerseys. Look at these jerseys. This is Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
Where's the other guy selling jerseys? Franz Wagner. Where's he at right now? Well, he's not here. Yeah. So this is the guy that we look to, right? And he needs to find a way to lead this team better, for sure. Mm-hmm. But he's not an imposter. He's just working through a tough time, figuring out all of these pieces that go on. There's been a lot of changes in the lineup. There may be some issues with the coach, but now to have some of the fans come down and be like, oh, maybe we don't need Paolo, and to question him. How dare you? How dare you question him? How dare you question him? This team is back on the map because of him, right? Because I'm pretty sure that this team had Suggs and had Franz before he got here. Yeah. And that wasn't a very good team either. No. So let's hold off on saying this man's an imposter. We still don't have enough to say that he's fully an imposter. Another 5 years down the road, you want to tell me he's an imposter because we still haven't gotten out of a first round matchup? Yeah, maybe we'll listen to that. Okay. Well, maybe even in 2 or 3. But right now, it's just a bump in the road. The man's got game. He's going to find himself. But what he needs is the support from y'all. Instead of being up his butt about it, get behind the man. Because that's what he needs is some positivity behind him to get back to being that player we all know he can be. And once this lineup gets healthy, bro, we're going to want to be behind P5. And you don't want to be on the bad side of this history talking negatively about my guy. I won't have it. I rest.
Wow. Well done, sir, from you. Let me give you a round of applause. Nicely stated. Nicely stated.
Yeah, we fought a long time to get a number 1 overall pick, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't get a stinker.
Yeah.
We didn't get
Well,
a bust. I
yeah,
mean,
no. Hell no. Hell no. I mean, I go back and
so
forth
we're
on this argument though. You kind of brought it up and you were in character too, so I don't know what was true and what was for the gag, but I also, it just irks me, like I was talking about the Dante thing earlier, this forced positivity as well. I think we can be critical of what's happening with Paolo and still be 100% behind him. I made that point earlier on social media. It's like I can, be critical and still be rooting for him and my team 110%. Like at the game with the Nets, I was yelling all game. I was trying to amp those guys up. I was giving them positivity all game. So yeah, I get that. I get that. But hey, it is tough, man. Can you imagine a 21-year-old? I hope he doesn't go on social media. I don't know how old he is. He's not 21 or he's 22 or 23 now. But like, yeah, these guys should not be going on social media. That should be part of the training of like, hey, you're going to be an NBA star. Like, just don't follow accounts that are going to have shit about you.
Facebook magic is so toxic. I've always said it on the show. I love looking at it because it's hilarious. Because people, like after a first quarter where somebody shoots 0 for 7, is like, get him off the team, like fire everybody. It's just like madness.
You had a little bit of, that's why I was surprised by this post, a little bit of like rationality here from Magic fans since '89. This was in the Orlando Magic Facebook community, and he kind of was making the point that the attorney you were making as the defense. He writes here, and this is Drew Garabo says, I have to say, some of you people are insane. Did you suffer through the post-Shaq era, heart and hustle? Fran freaking Vasquez? T-Mac leaving us in shambles? Your Orlando Magic are tied for 4th in the East. This must be a little old. With a win against Toronto tonight. We have underperformed, lost games we should have won, and failed to live up to our potential, yet we are still contending for home court advantage in the playoffs. That still remains true. Trade or bench Paolo? Why don't you just get a shirt that says, I don't know hoops? Yes, he is struggling with his game. He looks disgruntled, frustrated, and lost. He seemingly has forgotten how to shoot from outside, attack the rim, and pass out of a double or triple team to find an open man. He is still the dude who put up 50 in a game just over a year ago after his incredible start was disrupted by an oblique injury. He came back and led the charge to the 7th seed in the playoffs. And I think I don't know I haven't seen people asking to trade or well, there were some people that were talking about trading Paolo. That's crazy.
Say, you're not on you're not on the Facebook Magic. So it was hard to find this diamond in the rough, but when I saw it, that's why I was so shocked, because I was like, oh, here's somebody that makes sense. In fact, I've actually seen a lot of people lately saying, I'm getting out of here. I make too much sense to be doing this with you people. I'm always like, and then you had a bunch of people going, yeah, you don't need to announce that you're leaving. And I'm just like, wow, what's happening here? It's a bad time. So yeah, don't recommend going there. Just wait until we bring them up in social media roundup for a laugh.
Yeah, the people that are talking about trading Paolo are truly insane, but he can play better, and it's really the body language stuff that pisses me off, Pish. That's what I just can't with the complaining to the refs, the body language on the side, be engaged in the huddle, be a responsible teammate. That has nothing to do with missing shots.
I never really like it when they complain to the refs a lot, but there was a couple times in the Sixers game where, Covington fouled him good a couple times and there's just no calls.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, well, I need him to at least have a conversation with the referee about it. Like he's just should be getting some star calls or whatever. And as much as I hate that getting a call when there's not an actual foul there, when there is, you got to call those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they let a lot go. So if you let a lot go, it wasn't consistent in that game. So I understand his frustration, and I don't like to see the guys, whine. And, obviously Franz does that a lot when he's in too. He loves talking to the refs and, love that part of the game. But, when you're playing, it's tough not to have those frustrations. Right.
Yeah.
And we've heard him say, the game's not fun right now because he's not in a flow. He's not there, but I mean, that's okay. We're in the middle of the season right now. I want him to be set by the end of the season. So, I don't think he doesn't need to hide stuff from me. If things aren't going well, I like that he's showing me that it's not going well with him. I'm okay with that. I would hate it if he was doing the Dante Marchitelli where he's like, oh, we're all good, bro. Check out my numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, obviously he knows his numbers aren't carrying over to wins.
Right.
And that's what's important to him. So I like that I see that frustration because it means he gets it.
Sure. I just don't like it when he's complaining and his guy scores on the other side. There's a time and place.
Okay.
Yeah,
agreed.
Like talk at the play break. All right, so what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Where are you on Paolo Banchero right now? Is he guilty or innocent of... No, I'm not even going to say it because that's just absurd.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah, don't be. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, if you feel that one way, go to the Facebook.
Yeah. Oh boy, do we have a community for you.
Yeah.
All right, Peesh. Wow. Okay. It's that time already. We're at the large ending, I believe, sir.
We did it.
You did it. Do you have a button to push over there? What do you got?
I believe there's one back here. Boop.
Right on the Bulls hat, or the Bills hat. Sorry about that.
Let's get out of here.
All right, who is starting? Oh, yeah. Well, with less than a month going, Peesh, and I know we're just kind of in and out, so we're not going to have a lot of time to, hang with as many peeps as we want in Orlando and do as many things as we want to. Next year, I'm determined to do it. Is there like one thing that is top of mind that you want to repeat or do for the first time?
Well, of course, I want to go to Tin Taco because I love those tacos. And I know we're going to see all the peeps at and the soda, and we're going to see all the peeps at the suite. So I can't say that that's the number one thing, honestly.
Of course,
suite.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to take that out of it, because obviously that's the reason we're going, I want to go back to that card shop we always go to, and the name of it escapes me. But I want to do some Card Cousin stuff there at the store because I just always enjoy that store. I feel like I always get something great for my PC there. So I'm looking forward to going and checking that out. And obviously, but that's very like secondary to the hanging with the peeps, going into the game in the suite. I mean, obviously that's the core. Hey, the WNBA is going on strike, and apparently there's a second women's basketball league. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's like a 3-on-3 thing. It's kind of been running simultaneously with the WNBA. It's very strange. It's weird. Is the WNBA? Are they? What are your thoughts on this? Because I feel like, are they stabbing themselves in the back right now? Because they have popularity, and now they're doing this.
You bring up the WNBA to me way more than you should to a man who's never once seen a WNBA game. So I'm not super privy on the WNBA. I didn't even know this until you just told me. So this is a true objective reaction. I think from what I've heard, their leadership has been pretty shit. So I think the players are just doing a mutiny right now to try to get someone in there that may be a little bit more with the times, able to capitalize on some of the star power that's been coming into the league and make some more money for everybody. I did see something like the viewership on the WNBA has gone up above some NHL games, and yet the compensation is not anywhere near the NHL. So they definitely have things to be striking for, and they need a better commissioner. I don't know if that out-of-touch crazy Karen-looking lady is there or gone, but I think she needs to go.
All right, you knew more about that than you threw on.
Okay, so the other day I was cleaning one of my wife's piles. She likes a pile of clothes, and I do not. And in that, Peesh, I thought you'd be proud, I found a Taco Bell coupon. I don't know if she was trying to hide it from me out of shame, or if... No, she had told me she went to Taco Bell, and there was a coupon there for Taco Bell. It was like, an extra Crunchwrap Supreme or something. And it got me thinking, like, wow, what would I want a coupon for? Because I'm not a fast food guy anymore. And so I ask you, sir, is there a coupon out there that already exists that you're after all the time and you use frequently? Or if there's not, what coupon would you want for something?
I can't remember last time I used a coupon.
Okay. That's,
especially for fast food, which is already cheap, by the way. So I got to say, even though I'm in favor of the Taco Bell eating here, I'm against keeping a coupon for that.
Okay, well,
I
I'll
don't
go.
think...
I want coupons for Texas Twinkies at Hutch's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hutchins. Wow. Yeah, that would be solid. I guess I had not thought of that. That would probably be a good one because the barbecue adventure is fantastic and amazing, but expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I ever come up with a coupon for that, I will definitely hang on to it. That's a good point. So The Super Bowl, it's coming up. The playoffs start in mere moments as we are recording here on Saturday. You know the field, although you may have forgotten who they
Looking
are.
it up right now.
Like? Give me a Super Bowl. Give me a Super Bowl matchup. What do you got?
Okay, I don't even know. Can these teams play each other? I'm gonna go. Oh man, you're gonna hate this, Pish. You're gonna hate this, and I hate this. I hate this. The Patriots.
The tiny Elvis bastards in there. Unbelievable.
The Patriots, dude.
Disrespect on this program. I won't have it.
One of your teams is in the Bills. Do they have a shot, Pish? They always seem to choke, man.
Oh, well, that's uncalled for. They usually will win a game before that happens. They've lost to Mahomes pretty much every year.
Oh, that's true.
Neither one of those teams is in, so is Trevor Lawrence good enough? No, is the actual answer, but their team is very good, so they got to play Jacksonville in the first round. So that's a big hurdle for them. I think if they can get past that, they might be able to go on a little roll, but it's going to all be on the road for them, so very difficult. I think the Broncos with the number 1 seed and the bye have a much better shot at the Super Bowl. So what were your two teams? So you picked the Patriots and who?
I didn't even know. I don't see where are the Broncos.
Because the Broncos are in the AFC, so the Patriots would have to go to Denver probably, unless.
Can I say the Patriots are gonna play the Texans? Does that make sense? No, they can't play each other. Okay.
Play each other in the next round of the playoffs, but.
How about I don't want to say the Eagles. I don't know, Pish. Who do you got?
Well, the Eagles would be a solid guess because it's very probable they have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And, but that's possible. I've got Broncos, and I've been saying Broncos Rams for a long time, but the Rams didn't look good at the end of the season. The Seahawks defense looks nice, so I'm just going to go with the 2 number 1s, Broncos and Seahawks. I think it's not the sexy matchup people want to see and not the weird matchup people want to see, but it's still pretty weird, but a couple teams that rely on defense. And that's who I've got right now if I'm forced to pick. But, of course, I'm still pulling for the Bills, man. Let's go.
They need one. I'll pull for the Bills.
At least beat Jennifer Lawrence. You got to beat those bastards.
Okay, Pish, I've been loving a lot of your Card Cousins videos. I only say a lot of because I'm not sure if I've seen every single one, but most of them I've seen. What has been your favorite non-Magic player pull? Because I love the pop that we get on the channel anytime you pull a Magic player. If you like cards, go over to Card Cousins and watch Pish open some cardboard because it's awesome. And you get the pop on the base Magic, so that's what we're all after, really. Yeah. So.
And I love that Lewis and you are always like, ooh, sweet Paolo.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the only good thing I got in the box.
Noah Penda, nice.
Yeah, well, I have to say, I brought 3 to the table because I saw that you wrote this in there. I prepared them, and I brought them over
nice.
here.
Hold on, let me give you your camera then.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
So I would say one of my favorite non-Magic pulls comes from the realm of hockey. This is Ivan Demidov's rookie. This is a Dazzler. This is the card they put on the side of the blaster box. So you know it's good. That's one of the ones they entice you to want to buy the box for. And I got it. And so I like that quite a bit because I'm a Habs fan. If we have to stick in the basketball realm, I'm going to go with the man that you just watched the other day down in Brooklyn. That'd be Igor Demin on the auto. And that's numbered to 75, so that's a pretty solid card right there if he continues to be the player that he looks like he can be. But as far as visually, my favorite card that I've opened recently is from the WNBA, and it's Miss Sophie Cunningham right there, looking saucy in the tunnel vision card. Big fan. That's right. I opened up a whole blaster box of WNBA. It was weird. I didn't know a lot about it. Actually, I knew more than I thought. Yeah. And actually, I got the whole set in that one blaster box.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's only a 100 card set, so I got the 100 base card set. It was a good rip. It was kind of fun.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that's the answer to my question. Anyway.
Great. Well, it's a great answer. I don't know what you am I supposed to comment? I don't know.
Nope. Awesome. I'm supposed to go to the last one is what I'm supposed to do. It's my first show. Give me a break. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I feel like I thought you might bring that up in your your emotional check-in, but you didn't. So I'm kind of curious. Do you have a New Year's resolution? And
Some of the things, it's just really like continuing habits. I wrote down that I want to continue doing my positive affirmations in the morning. I write them down. I say them to myself. That's been really helpful over the past year. Trying to just be consistent with some type of physical activity. I would like to increase my squat weight max, doing some of that. I want to find one spiritual expansion activity for myself in the next few months. Other than that, I'm just like staying the course with some things. What you'd expect, try to get a little healthier, try to get a little happier, try to get a little bit more even keel. What about you? Any resolutions?
Shoot, I guess I should have thought about that before I read for you. I think I'm going to say my New Year's resolution is I'm going to keep supporting P5, who's a power player, according to this. What other player on our team is making these subsets? No one!
Let me see that again. I think it's nice. Wow. Heck yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, I think it was a good episode, Peach. What do you think?
I think it was good. I'd also like to comment that I think the jersey I'm getting is going to be the black Anthony Black.
Ooh.
I feel like it's got to be a black or a Bane for me because I don't have any of those in my collection, and those are guys that are doing big things for the squad. I don't know if you've given any thought to where you're going to land on that, but
I don't know if I will. I think another year might go by without me getting a jersey because I've put a lot of cash out for Court Cousins night. And the giveaways for it, and then I'm going to a bachelor party from Florida, and that's going to cost me a lot of money. So an official jersey from the store is just going to be out of my price range probably. And yeah. So I don't know, sadly.
Well, I'm going to be bringing you one of your Christmas gifts, and I will show it to you now here on the camera. This is the new logo Orlando Magic metal water bottle. It's got that little flippy thing so that you can drink right out of there, and it keeps the cap on there. This is the style you like, and we got it with all the new logos on there.
That's amazing because I just left my other water bottle at somewhere, and I don't know where it is.
It was meant to be.
Yes. Wow, thanks, Peach. I definitely have a gift for you as well that I'm certainly not going to be buying in the next 3 weeks.
Doesn't matter to me. No, your gift to me is you put this whole thing together. Honestly, the sweets thing, that's all you. That's all you coming through. You're the coal that makes this locomotive go, and I get to jump on the train every once in a while and hang out and have some fun, and I love that. But there's nothing more you need to do for me, sir, other than keeping this thing going. So, God bless to you.
Well, thank you for those kind words, man. I love you lots, and I appreciate you being here. It's great to spend the time with you. That's why we do this. And spending time with you, second cousins. It's been amazing to have this community now. Both Peach and I are so connected to you down in Orlando or wherever you're watching our Orlando Magic from in this beautiful world. We hope to see many of you down in Orlando the 5th. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, there's just a couple left. In the details, act now, and we'll see you soon. Until then, peace out, second cousins.
Thanks for coming.